Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Chocolate Men Rises. As I said before, I've played on a little bit. As stated, the next game I was going to show you was the Atherstone match. I'll probably show the Brockton match as well. Show the two. As you can see here, season's actually going pretty well. Up to 4th, Atherstone first, 6 points clear. Got a game in hand over them, so who knows what could happen here. I don't really know what to expect. I'll show you the fixtures actually now. So first game obviously was against Heath Hayes, won that. Daniel Martin banging the hat-trick, gotta love it. Friendly, irrelevant. Next league game didn't go well against Rochester. Michaela scored, but yeah, we kind of crumbled after that. We literally conceded instantly after that, and then yeah, I got saddled. After that, played a few more. One against RC Warwick. Daniel Martin getting another 2. Chelmsley winning 2-1. Nathan Swift and Owen Osborne. Apparently best player, Owen Osborne, with his nice round 2 determination. But at least it's going up, I suppose. Where was we? Oh yeah. Then we had Steppenhill, we drew 2-2. Owen Osborne again. Lee Murray this time. One against Leicester Road, 2-0. Peter Dean scoring twice, our left mid who we brought in. For this level, he's impressive. Not fast. It's the back end of his career really at 32. But he does the job for us at the moment. Drew with Hinkley. Daniel Martin getting another goal, and then we conceded not long after, to Dan Broadbent, who is strong and apparently has good long shots. Not much else to him. And then the Lichfield game, which we won 2-0 away. Peter Dean and Daniel Martin scoring literally straight after each other. As you can probably tell, not many clean sheets, just the 2 so far. Honestly, goalkeeper's woeful. That is an area I do need to improve on. Just have a quick look at the tactics actually. Let's skip through here. I've just gone to a flat 4-4-2. The aim of the game is literally keep men behind the ball and just pump it long and just run onto it. That way, I've noticed the opposition defenders at this level, at the very least, not great at covering runs. It's the same for me, unfortunately, at the moment. That's why I've just got 2 no-nonsense centre-backs. But these two seem to have a good partnership at the moment. If you look there, Martin's got 7 in 8 and with 2 assists. Stats aren't really improving too much, unfortunately. Which is something that I've got to look into a little bit. And then Murray, not scoring, but he sure has had assisting. So I look at it this way: as long as one's scoring, that's all that I really care for. So I'll just carry on with this game now. Just load it up. Let's have a look at their team, shall we? Okay, they're playing the classic 4-3-3. They've actually got a real player in Callum Brown, who's fast, a lot of ones, which I like to see. Especially that right there is beautiful. One determination is always good to take advantage of. Shorthouse. Okay, for this level he's impressive. Good finishing, good composure, good off the ball, good technique, good balance, weirdly, good strength. 5'9" as well. Team McChrystal, okay, and Williams, D Douglas. I feel like as if I can stop them 3, I feel like I can get something out of this game. Obviously playing at home is going to be a bit of an advantage for me. Just have faith. That seemed to work for everyone, pretty much. So just, there we go. Let's give it a go then. So Martin to Murray to Davis, Hayden, Osborne, who's in behind. That's pretty much the tactic, to be honest. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just get the ball and just hoof it. Especially if you're one of the defenders, just try and get it beyond their defence and let's hope one of the 2 strikers run onto it. It's proved successful so far. I did try a 4-2-3-1, which kept possession really well, all things considering. Just it wasn't penetrating. There's not enough quality to play that kind of tactic on this with this team at the moment. Do need a bigger striker though. That's one thing I do need to look into. See there? Oh, Murray. It was unfortunate. It was a great ball by Di Martin right there. Keeping possession better than I have been in most games, to be fair. I think I've been outpossessed in most games at the moment. But that's just because the tactic is just counter-attacking. It's no nonsense. You just get the ball in behind and basically if you in the box shoot. It's getting a lot of opportunities here though. So Dean whips it in. It's a penalty? Yes. It's a lot. We get a lot of penalties in this level, I've noticed. So I think that's actually the first penalty I've seen given that's actually resulted in a yellow. And Murray slots it away for us there. We're only second goal of the season, but like I said, as long as they're contributing, I don't really mind too much. One thing I did notice, we don't have a stadium. It literally says our stadium is unknown, whatever that means. Oh god. That was about the most non-league goal you're ever going to concede by the looks of things. Let's have a look at it. So Wilkes whips it in. Oh, hit the crossbar and my goalkeeper decided he wanted to take part in the YMCA. Oh, we actually get 2 replays here. Okay. Don't know what he's trying to show me. He's perfectly onside. There's no issues there. Annoyingly. But yeah, Mark Williams with the equaliser there. Game's nicely taken away. I do have a couple bids in for other players that I'll show after this game that I'm hoping to bring through that should improve the team a lot more and at least bring in a bit more depth, because that's one thing I don't have at the moment is depth. I don't really trust anyone beyond my starting 11, so I try and stick with that if possible. See the ball up to Murray. Murray holds up well actually. Dean over the top. Murray. Martin. That was unlucky. That's actually the first time I think I've seen Murray actually pass it in that instance. Usually he just kind of scuffs the shot. So I think this season for me it's going to be a case of just let's see what happens. I'm not really aiming for promotion. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be too worried. As long as I'm competitive, I want to be in them top 6 spots. I know there's no playoffs in this division, unfortunately, but I just want to be in and around, and then hopefully we can compete next season when it's my team, as it were. Just realised I don't have the stats up for some reason, so I'll just pop those up now. Stats, yeah, there we go. So as you can see there, obviously, not many long shots, which I do like. I don't know if that's a feature of this FM or not. I haven't really played any games outside of this save, so I can't really judge. But it could be the tactic. I'm not too sure. One thing I will look to do to improve the team is just look for pace, especially in the wide areas and up front. Pace. I'm going to be like Jurgen Klopp in that instance. Just get the fastest pace you possibly can. But a draw here for my team against top of the table, although it's early into the season, I think will be a very good result. Just going to bring on a couple players actually. So what I have been doing is just pretty much the same subs. So Swift for Dean. What's the other one? And Ogilvy? I don't know how to say his name, but Kieran. Let's just call him Kieran. For Murray. We can just change his role there to a pressing forward on defend, just so he's in a bit more of a natural position. And then I've been taking off Michaela for Ryan Carter. Just fresh legs really out wide. They're not the fittest of players. I do sometimes take off Osborne as well, just because as you can see there, actually I might do it now because he's got no stamina. He's not great in terms of running up and down, which you'll find with a lot of players at this level, just they're not fit enough really. I suppose that's what happens when you've got another job. The unusual part there is the substitute got substituted. I didn't see that. Not too sure why. I don't think he's got an injury or anything. It's unusual. Probably will happen a lot more at this level just because of the amount of subs that you can have for whatever reason. I'm not too sure if that's the way it is at that level or not, but second half's been dry, dull, just terrible. And that touch was dreadful. Oh, that was a great ball. Got Bill here. Bill pops in, and yeah, my goalkeeper can't make a save. I think I've seen him made about 3 saves in the whole of the games that I've played. He's not great at all. There's still time for us to come back into it though. I do notice definitely a first half team, not a second half team. It's one thing we're not for some reason. I'm not too sure why. But okay, you can always count on Martin. I'm not too sure what the goalkeeper's doing there to get beaten at his near post. We'll see this is the 3D now. Car plays it down. Mine runs onto it. Good first touch. Okay. Them lights are annoying. They're just in the way. You can't see nothing. Just have to deal with it. It is what it is, unfortunately. I'm like I said before. I'm happy with the draw here. It's against the top of the table. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the promotion at the moment. It's still early in the season, in all fairness. Anything can happen between now and May. Bit worried about this last attack though. Hoping we can get someone just to put in a foot. Come on. They're moving it around very nicely. Oh, we've got the ball now. Swift. Leaving up to his name. Oh, go on Martin. Ah, it's a good save. Good save. Can we get something from the corner? No. No. Okay, moving the ball. Wow, out wide. Whip it, Carter. Ah, that had some whip on it. Goldclough. Just overran the ball. Oh, do not tell me. Thank you. What are you doing? Just control the ball. You had time, you had space. Okay, it was offside. That's good. I think that's going to be the end of the game now, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to get anything out of this now. In terms of another chance. Unless, yeah, no, oh crap. Oh, thank God for that. I do apologise if you hear my dog in the background. He's decided to join us on this episode. What I will say with that, I am actually happy. Like I said, a draw, good result, especially coming from behind. It's just by the stats, they pulled off a lot of tackles, a lot of fouls. So it seems like that was niggling away at us throughout the game. So to come out of it with a fit squad, I'm happy with as well. With the new addition on FM with the training, sorry, I'll be honest, I'm not really looked into it too much. Don't exactly have a lot of staff to do training anyway. You can see here I have brought in a couple people, brought in an assistant, Will Powell. He's adaptable, if nothing else. About as good as I was going to get, in all honesty. And then you've got Alex Booth for Head of Youth Development. 10 working with youngsters, 4 in both judging ability and potential. I think anyone we get through on the youth intake day will be at least on the level I've got. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I brought in a physio, or actually I might be waiting on that. So if you look here, not too sure how to see it actually. There was a way you used to be able to see ones that are coming in, but they will see. What I usually do is progress to the next day. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the people. So we've got Ross Armstrong, who I'm trying to bring in the centre of play. As you can see, good all round, pretty much midfielder. 10 dribbling, 10 first touch, 10 free kick taking, 10 heading, 10 marking, 10 passing, 11 tackling. He's 26 years old, so he might develop a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure, but his technicals are sound for this level. Mentals are respectable, and physicals are respectable. His body's in the middle, to be fair, and obviously amateur contract because I've got no money to offer anyone anything. But yeah, here's another one actually as well. Just have a look at this. Yeager. Versatile. I'll actually add him to the short list. Actually, I'll Yeah, to shortlist. There we go. Not some knowledge now. I've got Kershaw as well here. He's left back. I do need fullbacks. Fullbacks are definitely a weak position. That and goalkeeper for me, I think. Good tackling, decent passing. Marking could be better, obviously. Headings decent as well. First touch good. Mentals are okay. Good decision making, good leadership. It's always good to have good leaders in the team. I'm not too sure about the determination again, but that seems to be a common theme at this level. Physicals are good as well. Could be a bit stronger, but just nitpicking if you're gonna be like that. But again, another player to improve the squad and bring in a few more bodies of a bit more ability. So one thing we do lack is ability, game-changing ability at that. Yeah, so what I usually do, because like I said, I have no faith in the team, is I will usually just pop them all on a day's rest. Just so I can, generally speaking, play the same team the next match. I haven't had too many injuries, lucky enough, at this point, so that's worked out well for me as well. Again, like I said, I don't really deal with this too much. I'm not really familiar with it. Don't have the players that you would make a difference on, really, if I'm honest. But if you see here, we're still 5th, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Like I said, top 6 finish, I'll be more than chuffed, because initially when I took over, we was predicted 12th, I think it was. We was bang mid-table. I'm not too sure. Oh, sorry, 10th, 9th in there. It was bang mid-table. So I'm happy with that, and just so didn't really pay too much attention to it. But we're playing Brockton next, I think it was. Yep, and they've got the top goal scorer in the league with 14 goals. Okay, so we didn't get Ross Armstrong, unfortunately. That's disappointing. I mean, we could try and approach the signing, but he's only just signed. That's unfortunate, that is, because we could have really done with him in our team. Like, he would have, without a shadow of a doubt, improved that. And I mean, worst case scenario, he would have been a good substitute for Osborne and his inability to finish a game. Okay, oh, see here, Hart was brought into the England squad to replace Angus Gunn, who's actually quite impressive. Fair play, Angus Gunn. Okay, so we've managed to get Richard Walker as well. Nice young 16-year-old. Managed to sign him to a pre-contract. Oh, actually, sorry, he was already on the team, wasn't he? Yeah. Shows how little I've gone outside of my first team that I forgot who he was. But yeah, if you look at those stats, they're actually pretty impressive for this level, let alone a 16-year-old. So I'm optimistic he's going to be good for us. As long as we can keep him for a couple of seasons, he should maybe stick with us for a while. As you can see there, 4-star potential, although that doesn't really mean too much at this level. Swift's improved, which is good to see. Not too sure about that determination though. Like I said before, it's something that's an issue throughout the squad, really, is lack of determination, which I think is probably why I'm conceding so many goals, coupled with obviously the lack of ability. But I feel like we need determined players in the squad. Let's have a look at this Stringfellow. Okay, so he's not great. At the moment, I've not really set up any scouting or anything. Just I've done a few searches out of players with certain stats in certain areas. See, this guy, good finishing. Heading's not great, but then again, he's only 5'9", so yeah. Good. Actually, to be fair, for this level, great mentals, great determination, good physicals for 35-year-old. I think I'm going to see if I can bring him in, to be honest. Good to see our unders doing well. Patrick Burrows with a goal and Kwame Hodcroft and Micah Vinny. I don't know any of those, if I'm honest. See, their last game was full of goals. at the moment. So there's one thing I'm expecting in this next game is definitely to concede. I think that's a given for the moment. Classy Reece Nelson. From what I could tell, I can't really say I've watched him this season at all at Hoffenheim, but in real life he has done very, very good. And to be fair, those stats are very, very good as well. Just getting tutored by someone, and you've got a class player on your hands there. Very Sterling-esque in his stats, I feel, if you take Sterling back maybe 3-4 years on the game. Back in like maybe Football Manager 16, 17, in around that time. He was breaking for the Liverpool squad. Apparently an easy victory is predicted for myself. I don't feel so. But we'll see. The good thing is, playing away, my formation plays into that. I usually let my assistant take charge of most things, if I'm honest, just because, well, for a lack of a better way of putting it, I'm kind of lazy. I just like to get to games. The two things I love, well, three or four things I love about Football Manager. I like playing the games when it's going well. Not quite so much when it's not. I like playing the games. I like scouting. I like finding other young players. I like developing those young players. And I like the tactics. I like creating tactics. I usually have a vision in mind that I will aim to implement. Does it come off? Sometimes. Not all the time, unfortunately. I mean, in an ideal world, I would never give the ball away. But sadly, Football Manager doesn't play that way. As you can see there, they're going for the 4-3-3, the 4-1-4-1 as FM touts it, or as I call it, the V. We've had a look at McMahon, the top goal scorer. 14 goals, 10 assists, but no assists. 14 goals, 10 appearances, but no assists. I'd be a bit worried if I was the manager of that team, just because he's scoring, but he's not creating anything for anyone else. And I assume he's probably not scoring a load of goals by himself. Like, he's not just running through the team all by himself. Doesn't seem the type for that. Okay, Ward. Oh, and that just went straight in the back of the net. Great. I don't even think my goalkeeper moved for it. Let's just have a look at this in the replay. Haven't changed anything at corners so far. Not too... Oh, come on, keeper. I know you're a bit blinded, but come on. There's one thing that annoys me with goalkeepers, and this is a bit of a weird one, but bear with me while I say it. I don't like goalkeepers that stand still at shots. I feel like you've given no chance at saving it if you're just standing there. If you dive, anything can happen, I say. Just try. Try and fail, but don't not try. Lack of effort is the most annoying thing in the world for me. Okay, so building it out from the back. Oh no, we're just hoofing it. So Allsop hooves it forward. Murray. All things considering, because that was the first time shot, that wasn't too bad. The good thing is, if you look at our fitness compared to theirs, especially the back seven, so the 2 centimetres, the DM and the back 4, were a lot fitter than they are. So that's going to work hopefully in the second half in our favour. Mine's just running around all over the place. Osborne, Michaela. Come on, Michaela. Just run with it if you have to. I might go through. I think at the moment I haven't got my wingers we've bought often, just because they're not exactly the best. But I might have to change that, to be fair. That was a hell of a finish. Lee Murray scored 1 goal in the last game. Well, it was a penalty, but now he's turned into a bloody superstar. It's a great ball by Dean. It's getting behind. Tactics working just as I planned it. It's a great little finish into the bottom. Right, had to think for a second there. As I like to always call it, it was the Bale against Inter finish. Just cross goalkeeper into the far corner. Ling, Summerfield. Okay, I don't know even know how to say that. Flood. Ward. That deserved a better finish. That was a nice move. But lucky enough for us it wasn't. Okay, Dixon with the goalkeeper. Win that. Osborne. Oh, come on. Just, that's one thing that annoys me is, I've noticed from headers, especially from goal kicks, my players just don't seem to try it. But that's, I think, another thing about the low determination. They're just not determined to get to the ball, so it's just a case of they're just going to stand around and hope for it to come to them sometimes. Which isn't great. You see, he was starting off with the throw-in. Davis, Hayden, Lane, Murray. Win that. Okay, maybe not. See, that's why we need the left back. Oh my god, that deflection. I have a feeling Paul McMahon has scored a lot of those kind of goals. Just cross, shoot. And he doesn't. I don't even think the goalkeeper would have even saved that if it was on target anyway. If it didn't get deflected, he dove really short. Oh, come on. You can't let him just bring the ball down there. It's not like his name's bloody Ibrahimovic or anything. That is a cracking ball. Go on, Murray. Oh, God. But you see what the pace over the top causes? It just causes issues. Which is just the whole premise of this tactic. Just get it forward as quick as possible. Oh, for God's sake, Murray. He could have had two. He should have had at least two, to be honest. Even at this level, I expect better. But 2-1 into the half. Like I said, I knew I was going to concede, but come on. They're only 2 shots on target. It's about as FM as you're going to get, really. In this kind of instance, just because we've deserved better, I get angry. I can't help it. So tell them all that I look at them to make the difference, and especially the 2 strikers, because at the end of the day we're kind of like reliant on them to score our goals. That keeps happening though. That's one thing I might need to look into, is it just always falls onto the fullbacks, and the fullbacks are always unchallenged. Just maybe go a bit more positive here actually. See if that makes any changes. Okay, moving the ball around nicely. See, we don't get lucky deflections. Shock. Okay, for a second then I thought I got a penalty. Sadly, wasn't the case. Gonna bring on a couple subs. Mine's not had a good game at all. Like, at all. Oh, sorry, that was wrong player. So, there we go. Just pop him up as a pressing forward as defend. Swift again. And Carter. I'm gonna move Carter. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna move Carter up to there. Actually, I'm gonna switch. So this is the 4-2-3-1 that I was playing before. It's basically the same thing, just pop him as a poacher. Actually, it's wide whip, wide whip, wide whip. Keep the ball in the middle if you can. Obviously, I've got the deep line playmaker there. Is Osborne best for it? Probably not. But I don't really have an actual out-and-out playmaker at the moment. I mean, we've got Gilligan there. He's actually got pretty decent passing, but I don't know. I don't really trust anyone else, if I'm honest. That was Gilligan again. What am I doing? Got Boyles as well. Could play in the cam position. But I'm going to give Kieran, as I've decided to call him, because I do not know how to say that name, a chance there. Hopefully, because this is a bit more of a possession-based tactic, with the lack of stamina on their players, it should help us a little bit more. can see obviously there the conditioning on them, 55%, 68, 69, 68. It should hopefully work in our favour a little bit better. Maybe give it a quick shout. Like I said, I don't usually do this, but I'm just going to encourage them a little bit more. See if that makes any difference. Okay, good. I like to see that fired up by the feedback, motivated. It's a shame it's all the defensive players, but it's good nonetheless. Come on, Swift. I did actually score a free kick in one of the games that I progressed through, so that was new. I don't think I scored many non-deflected free kicks on last year's Football Manager, so it's an improvement at least. It was a terrible free kick. It should have been saved, but it is what it is. I think that's pretty much the end, unless we can... No, that's the end. Okay, so today's episode wasn't the greatest. A loss and a draw. Again, the teams in and around me, so I'm not really... Like, myself personally, I'm not really too disgruntled by it. However, in my team talk, I will get a bit angry. Just get them motivated. Need to get the fire in their belly, as it were. But yeah, so that's going to be the end of today's episode. We'll play ahead again. Obviously the next game, Studley, I've got to play. But see there, I've got myself an achievement, scoring streak. So let's have a look at the schedule. There we go. That's what we want. So I probably will play up again to in and around December, depending on how we're going. Might just go up to Heath Hayes again to the second. So until we start the second round of the team, of the league, and see how that goes from there. Really. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.